From the studio, let me begin with Professor Ken Ife. And I'm just imagining how the outcomes of the 2025 World Economic Forum will impact Nigeria's economic development goals, and what opportunities arise from the forum's focus on collaboration and innovation, Prof.
Quite a lot, actually, and we are very well represented. We have so many ministers there that tie into various aspects of the agenda of the World Conference. But I think there were two reports that underpinned the Davos. One was a global report that looked at the global macroeconomic forecast looking forward to 2025. And they looked at the fiscal to say what the directions were going to be. Obviously, they were looking at loose fiscal, and then obviously starting from America and the UK, but ending with sub-Saharan Africa. They looked at inflation, thinking it would trend down, starting from US and EU, and then ending with South Africa, SSA. So we are at the bottom part of those two. They also looked at early other macroeconomic variables. But that report came at the bottom later on and looked holistically at America to say what are the major things that are going to happen in the American economy. They looked at wage increases, they looked at inflation, they looked at, and then that was underpinned by the president coming in to give his own address. And what he said obviously collaborated what that report actually projected. Then there's a second report which is by Oxfam that looked at the possibility that 5 new trillionaires will come out earlier than was expected. But then ended up saying that 60% of their wealth are generational wealth and cronyism and all that stuff. And quite significantly, that same report was transposed to Nigerian own version of their report, looking at the 4 billionaires in Nigeria, Dangote, and they looked at them and then concluded along the same line, which I didn't quite accept. So by and large, this is the trust of the. Then we have ministers that actually brought something that made us feel like, well, you had Okonjo-Iweala, obviously not a minister, but she actually talked a lot more on global cooperation from trade perspective. But we had the vice president, which is leading charge. Then we had the minister for trade and industry hammering on digital trade, and then you have the minister for digital economy talking more about digital infrastructure and the use, more prevalent use of AI, and then building out literacy. So we've got all that. Then you have the health minister that was, coming out with lots of initiatives, and it's getting traction. So there are lots of things that we connected with, and we had the minister that gave us very good representation.